Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Brandon Francis, 429626.
All right, Mr. Francis, we're here for a revocation decision this morning. I'm going to read the allegation against you and you'll enter a plea of guilty or not guilty. But first, we're going to put up a form on the screen for you to confirm that you recognize the form. She's putting it up. Mr. Francis, that's a parole revocation questionnaire. Can you come and zoom in so you can see the whole thing?
Yes, ma'am. I can see it.
He needs to see the whole form.
I can see it, ma'am. I can see it.
Yeah, but you... I think this is as far as it goes. You have to do the little minus sign. Oh. So he can see it in its entirety. Okay. All right, now you see the whole form. Is that your signature at the bottom of the page dated June the 1st?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and thank you. Mr. Francis, based on the information contained in that form, you're not eligible for appointed counsel this morning. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
You're accused of violating the conditions of your parole, specifically condition number 4. And it says you engaged in criminal activity as evidenced by your arrest on January 28, 2023 by the Thibodaux Police Department on the charges of domestic abuse battery, simple battery, and interfering with an emergency communication. On May 15th, the court ordered the charges null pros and issued a stay away order to protect the victim, Lisa Dumas, until May 15th, 2024. How do you plead to violating condition number 4?
Not guilty.
All right. Your case has been assigned to Mrs. Jackson. Would you answer her questions, please?
Ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How long have you been detained on this since
January the 28th
of 2023? You were arrested for domestic abuse battery, simple battery, and interfering with emergency communications on 5/15 of 23. You went to court and the charges were dismissed, and then there was a protective order put in place. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What would you like to say about the situation that led to your arrest?
See, Ms. Jackson, I just got paid on the 25th, which was a Wednesday. Okay. All this here started from the 26th when I allowed her to use my vehicle to go to the store, and I told her to pick me up at 10 o'clock that night when I got off from work, but she didn't. I was working at La Costa restaurant and Big Mike's restaurant.
Okay, go ahead.
And I was getting these text alerts every time you swipe my card. And it was letting me know, coming to my phone, letting me know that my card was being used at a casino. So when 10 o'clock came, I was calling her. She never answered her phone or nothing like that. So I had to walk all the way home, you know what I'm saying? And when I got there, I had to get in the house, took my bath, and I'm waiting. I'm just sitting up waiting until she get home. She come home like 5 minutes after 4 the next morning. So as she coming in, I'm getting my keys from her so I can get in my vehicle to go to my apartment. So, and I'm asking about, I'm like, do you have my bank card? She's like, no, I don't. I'm like, look at the text alerts that come into my phone from somebody using my card. So I go in my car and I'm looking for my wallet. I don't see my wallet. She took my wallet. All right. So I went to my apartment, stayed there. That's Friday, went to work. Saturday, she asked me to use my vehicle again to go to a baby shower at 11 o'clock. So I said, man, pick me up at 10 o'clock tonight. Okay. Around about 11:15, I'm getting text alerts. So that night, when I catch a ride home, I go to Blake's truck stop. I see her coming out the casino, her and my stepsister, coming out the casino. And I'm like, hold on. what you doing here? I thought you was going to a baby shower. Oh, we just come from a baby shower. No, we coming from out the casino. Give me my card. So she like, I don't have your card. I said, well, what is this? I'm showing her all the text alerts. All right. I'm going home. I said, go home. I'm coming over there to get my stuff from your house, and I'm going back to my apartment. I went in the store, purchased a pack of cigarettes, left, went to her apartment. I asked, I said, please give me my card so I can leave. She gonna tell me, if you leave me, I'm gonna call the police and tell the police that you jumped on me. I said, fine, do what you gotta do, but I'm not putting my hands on you. I'm getting from out of a situation that I don't wanna be in because I work too hard for my money. And I lays there. I called the police. That when she left the scene, when the police pulls up 10 minutes later, she comes back out and told the people I jumped on her, which I never put my hands on her, nor my sister. They have photos of the incident. If I would have been beating her up like she said I did, punching her in her face and stuff, her whole face would have been busted up. I was the one that got scratches on me. I have the right to defend myself, but I never put my hands on this lady.
How old are you?
45.
Okay. And how old is the complainant in this case?
She's 52.
And how long had you all been in a relationship together?
5 years.
Were you aware that she had a gambling issue?
No, ma'am. All this just started, Ms. Jackson, when, like I said, January 28th and the 26th, when her and my stepsister got together. You know, I know my stepsister got a gambling problem, but I didn't know that this woman here had a gambling problem as well. I didn't know none of that, but I know my stepsister got a gambling problem.
I went through the probation officer's narrative, and you have been in compliance with your supervision up until you got arrested for this. You maintained employment. Every time you changed employment, you advised your parole officer. You were always available for contact, and they didn't have any issues with you up until you were arrested on these charges. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are your intentions with respect to the relationship you were in with this woman?
Well, it was like an on and off thing, you know, like when she'll go to fussing when I don't give her no money because I was the only income coming in the house. I was paying my bills and her bills, but she'll get mad and I just leave and go back to my apartment because I don't want to be around this old negativity stuff, you know. I'm trying to keep a clean slate and do what I'm supposed to do as a man by working and staying out of trouble until I get off parole.
So you don't plan to be in a relationship with her going forward?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm done. I'm done with her.
All right. Thank you. That's all.
Mr. Francis, is there anything you'd like to say to us before we vote?
No, ma'am.
All right, we're prepared to vote. Ms. Jackson.
All right, Mr. Francis, my vote is do not revoke and return you to supervision. I did see the pictures. I didn't see any particular injuries on the victim of any note. I did see some on you. And you were doing everything you were supposed to do on parole. We had no issues with you whatsoever, and I do not believe that this incident should result in your revocation. So my vote is do not revoke, return to supervision.
Mr. Freeman.
I agree with Ms. Jackson. I vote to reprimand you, continue under supervision get in touch with your probation officer when they turn you loose, which should be today or tomorrow. And, you know, stay away from her. I mean, that you have done great under supervision for a long time. So go back and do the same.
Yes, sir.
Right, Mr. Francis, that's my vote as well. Do not revoke, return to supervision, and stay away from Miss Lisa Gibbons.
Yes, ma'am.
Luck to you.
All right, thank y'all.